Hey everyone, welcome to this crash course lecture on using your command line. Before we install anything, including Python, it's actually really important to have a very quick overview of how to work at your command line. And the command line basically allows you to programmatically move through your computer's directories. That way, you can run Python scripts at your command line. What we're going to cover in this short lecture is how to find your current directory, how to list all the files in a directory, how to change a directory, and then how to clear the command line screen. Something you need to understand though is that the commands are going to be slightly different depending on what your operating system is. So for macOS and Linux users, go ahead and jump to this time in the video in order to go through your set of instructions. If you're a Windows user, go ahead and jump to this time stamp at the video to jump to your specific instructions. And then once you've gone through your command line crash course, go ahead and move on to the next lecture. Again, this is just because the commands are slightly different for Linux and macOS users versus Windows users. Okay, go ahead and jump to the correct timestamp and we'll meet back there. Alright, so let's go over the Windows command line operations. At your computer, to find the command prompt, all you need to do is search for the term CMD and you should be able to find command prompt as the best match. If command prompt doesn't show up when you search CMD, instead just search for the whole phrase, command prompt, and then you should see command prompt desktop app. Once you've opened up your command prompt, you should see something that looks like this. Let's start off by finding out where are we currently located. Basically, what's our current directory? I can use the command line to interact with my computer, but to actually perform those interactions, I need to know where I'm at on my computer. You can think of this as basically programmatically moving around through files and folders on your computer. You can type out CD, hit enter, and this will report back your current directory. Now you'll notice the command prompt actually basically gives you the file path of where you already are, but sometimes if the file path is really long or you're dealing with more complex things like virtual environments or installations, it's always a good idea to check your current directory by typing CD. Sometimes things like the Anaconda prompt will have other directories in parentheses. You can always confirm your current directory by typing out CD, hit enter, and that reports back where you are. So I can see right now I'm under this particular user's folder. If I wanted to figure out what all the files and folders located in my current directory were or are, I can type dir, hit enter, and that reports back the contents of my directory. I can see here that there's the desktop, documents, downloads,